On October 25, 2018, United States Patent and Trademark Office Director Andrei Iancu delivered a keynote address at the American Intellectual Property Law Association's annual meeting in Washington, D.C., in which he declared it to be a, quote, new day, unquote, for the USPTO and its Patent Trial and Appeals Board. In his speech, Director Iancu addressed several topics, including two new standard operating procedures of the PTAB that were recently released in September of this year. The first SOP outlines the procedures the board uses for assigning or reassigning judges to cases, and also outlines how, in rare occasions, the PTAB might expand panels, but only with the approval of the director and only with advance notice being given to the affected parties. The second SOP relates to the creation of a precedential opinion panel at the board that will, quote, decide issues of exceptional importance that will set forth binding agency policy, unquote. More specifically, Director Iancu stated, quote, this panel will enable top agency management to address some of the thorniest issues that will come to us and to instill consistency throughout the agency, unquote. In his address, Director Iancu pointed out that in the 6 years since the inception of the PTAB, more than 9,000 petitions have been received and over 2,000 written decisions have been issued. There are currently 4 categories that an opinion issued by the board can fall into. 3 are non-binding and 1 is binding. The first of the 3 non-binding decisions are so-called routine decisions. These are binding only to the specific case involved and should not be cited as precedent except as to their particular facts. In 2014, a second category, so-called representative opinions, was established to provide a helpful sample of routine opinions that represent a likely outcome given certain criteria. The final non-binding category of opinions is classified as informative. Like representative opinions, this grouping is intended to serve as a type of guidance, but one with more weight. Informative opinions convey the board's general consensus on recurring issues, as well as issues of first impression, and on PTAB's rules and procedures. The final, most significant category of opinions are, of course, precedential, and these are binding precedent on all future board cases. Since the AIA was signed into law in 2011, a mere 13 of the several thousand issued decisions since then have been classified as precedential, and only 48 have been classified as informative. Director Iancu criticized the low number of precedential opinions in his speech and called for increased consistency at the PTAB, further pointing out that the Trademark Trial and Appeal Board handles a much smaller docket, yet designates significantly more precedential opinions than the PTAB. It's clear from Director Iancu's statements that going forward, more opinions will be designated as precedential. The hope is that this will reduce the unpredictability of the appeal or post-grant process and build confidence in the patent system. Director Iancu is to be applauded for his efforts to tackle some of the most difficult issues that have faced the Patent Office in recent years. The rapid pace at which technology continues to evolve can create confusion within the law. It is important that this confusion does not, in turn, create an undue burden on innovators seeking to protect their IP. In my next post, I'll continue to cover Director Iancu's speech and will highlight additional reforms headed our way. A link to Director Iancu's recent AIPLA keynote address is provided with this post. Thanks for watching and have a great day.